Welcome to sports. This is the segment where we give you the latest score updates, analysis, trades, whatever they may be, not only professionally, but also locally. Joining me today, I have here Miller Rom. Welcome, Miller.
Thank you for having me, Eric. I appreciate it. I'm excited to talk to you and get ready for this Super Bowl.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to save the Super Bowl. It's going to have a lot of discussion about that to the very end, so you're going to want to stay tuned. We'll start we'll start locally in MCPS. MCPS is happy to announce that the registration for the fall sports season is officially open. That's right, student athletes. You have until February 22nd to register through ParentView. The fall season will run from February 27th to April 17th. And if you have any questions, you can always look on the Wooten website as well as contact athletic specialist Mr. Alton Lightsey. All right, we're going to transition over now to the NBA. Let's start off with the Jazz. They are on a hot streak. They have won 9 out of their last 10. And actually, I think as we speak right now, they're pretty much set to win number 10. They're currently leading the Hornets 107-90 with 11 minutes to play. Let's talk about the Jazz, Miller.
I think we should start with how well-rounded they are. So their best player, Donovan Mitchell, was out for 5 games. He had an ankle injury, and they still won. So I think that with Rudy Gobert, Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench, Bogdanovich, they just got a very well-rounded team, and their defensive efficiency is elite. And so I think that they are beating teams because they're working harder and they're winning the loose balls and they're shooting well. And I think that that's very important. A lot of teams start off the season very slow from the three-point arc, but the Jazz are shooting it above 40%, and what they're doing is very impressive, sitting at 17, almost 18-5, you say.
Yeah. Now, locally, I wouldn't say the Wizards are my favorite team, but locally right now, the Washington Wizards, they're struggling. They're 5-13, and as we speak right now, they're currently losing to the Heat. And it's been heard that Bradley Beal doesn't want a trade. What do you think about that, Miller?
Yeah, he got frustrated with all the reporters and the social media coming out that's saying he wanted to be traded. He came out adamantly that he didn't. But I truly don't understand it. He wants to be at the Wizards, but he's playing at an elite level that not many other guys are playing at. He's leading the league in scoring with over 34 points per game. And he's playing with a team that's just not playing at its level. They're letting up over 130 points a game in consecutive games. He's getting frustrated on defense. He has to score 40 points a game for them to even compete. And even when he does, they were 2-8 in the last 10 games that he has scored over 40. So I don't truly understand why he doesn't want to get out of Washington.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. I just don't think he has the right supporting cast. You know, it's a team sport. You can't just all lean on him. And I'm sure everyone thought Russell Westbrook coming over would be a big help, but the record speaks for itself, and they just obviously don't have the chemistry yet.
Yeah, and he's not playing very well. He's not shooting it well like he hasn't in the past couple seasons. He's averaging over 4 turnovers a game, and his speed isn't there right now. And that's the most important part about Russell Westbrook is his speed differentiates. But on fast break, he's not getting it done.
hmm Well, we're still early on in the season. Who would you say is your front runner for MVP right now?
So I can't go away from LeBron, but
Yeah.
I think that Joel Embiid might be up there. It's 1 and 2 with them too. His team is playing well. He's playing very well, averaging over 30 as well. He's getting it done on both ends of the floor. And I think the important part is that Doc Rivers, with taking over the head coaching job, really got him into the right areas. He's not just sitting in the post. He's not just at the 3-point line, but he's mixed and he's got plays called for him where he can succeed at a high level. And I think that that's really important. And I think that Joel Embiid could come away with this MVP this season.
Well, let's move on now to the main event, the one we're going to have some big discussions about, to the NFL football. The Super Bowl is 2 days away, February 7th, Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. first time ever a team's going to not only play in the Super Bowl, but it's going to be at their home stadium. I think this is going to be an exciting game. Let's first start off with who you're rooting for and who do you think is going to win? Because, there can be disparities between who you're rooting for and who you're going to win.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so I'm a Patriots fan, so I am rooting for Tom Brady. I want him to get his 7th.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I also do see Tampa Bay winning. And there's only one reason I see Tampa Bay winning.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the Chiefs having two starting offensive linemen out, they're going to have Mitchell Schwartz, who's an all-pro, first-team all-pro last season. Eric Fisher, former first-round draft pick, 12-year pro. These are important players in the Super Bowl, and I think that an important part is Mike Remmers is going to be taking over for Eric Fisher, and he's the one that basically gave away the Super Bowl MVP to Von Miller when he was on the Panthers. Von Miller had strip sack after strip sack after strip sack. It felt like I'm Cam Newton, and that was because Mike Remmers was on right tackle, and he struggled. So I think that that's going to be a major thing to see is there's fast linemen, Devin White, Levante David. Some of those guys, they're going to get there and they're going to get in there. And then their safeties over top with Jordan Whitehead and Antoine Winfield are going to secure it. And I think that Patrick Mahomes is going to take a lot of deep drops. So when Patrick Mahomes sees a blitz coming, he knows that he needs to take extra steps back and make those throws. But with the Bucs secondary, they're so fast that I think he's going to struggle to find those open wide receivers deep because he's stepping so far back on blitzes. And I think that that's one major key. And also the biggest thing that the Chiefs are known for are their comebacks. And I don't see them coming back against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I will agree with you. I think our opinions people are going to dislike, but I'm also rooting for Brady because a part of me wants to see history. We've already seen history once. Tampa Bay gets to play in their own home stadium. But Tom Brady is going for his 7th ring, right? And let's say if he wins, pretty much on the Wikipedia page, you could put Tom Brady by himself on the top with 7 wins and 3 losses. He's going to have the most out of any team. So a part of me wants to see history happen. In terms of who I think is going to win, I think it's honestly going to be a toss-up. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to come down to the defense. Both teams have a lot of great weapons. You look at the Buccaneers, you got Scotty Miller, Chris Goodwin, Mike Evans, and if Antonio Brown comes back, good wide receiving core. You got Gronkowski, who always has that connection with Brady. Good backfield, Fournette, Jones. And then you take a look at the Chiefs. They got the speedy cheetah, Tyreek Hill, big tight end Travis Kelce, who is clearly making of himself for the best tight end right now in the league. You got Sammy Watkins. You have a bunch of weapons on both sides. And I think it's going to come down to which defense can honestly play better. And I'll admit, I am definitely surprised by the Bucs defense this year. I did not expect them to play so well. They played really well against the Packers in the NFC Championship. And I think one of the key things is like you mentioned about Chiefs being able to come back and you don't think that they will. One thing I noticed about the Buccaneers and when I watch some of their games, if you make a mistake, they are going to take advantage. They have shown that in the playoffs against Drew Brees in the Saints. Off 4 turnovers, they scored 21 points. That's difficult when your defense can help set you up for your offense to go in and get a quick score. And then against the Packers, they capitalize. You make a mistake, they're pretty much going to get points off of that. But on the other hand, the Chiefs always seem to be able to bounce back from their mistakes. AFC Championship game against the Bills. You remember Nicole Hardman had the muffed punt, right? Put the Bills within the red zone, and a couple plays later they scored. So he's like, oh my gosh, Bills up 9-0. Ended up Josh Allen wasn't playing too well. The Bills just didn't have it that day, and the Chiefs ended up winning. But I think it's honestly going to be a test of the defense.
Yeah, and the thing that I was looking at is I think it's speed versus speed. And the Chiefs defense versus Brady is different. It's not speed versus speed. It's who's going to be smarter, who's going to make the adjustments on the line. See, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL right now, and that's not debatable. It's not.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, he's got all these weapons. He's got Tyreek Hill. He's got McCole Hardman. He's got Demarcus Robinson. And those are all speedy guys that could push it downfield. And I think that the Bucs are a speedy backfield. They can get back there. They can play defense. And I think that the opposite for the other way is Tom Brady is going to be playing this game at a very, very slow pace. He's going to go for 7-8 minute drives, keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands. And I think that that's what he's best at. Hitting the running back out of the backfield, hitting Scotty Miller over the middle, Rob Gronkowski on a seam route. These are plays that are going to be that are not even considered when you talk about it. See, when you talk about it, you think, oh, Tom Brady has Mike Evans, he's got Chris Godwin, he's got these Antonio Brown, he's got these weapons. But I think what it's going to be about is who can not hit their weapons more and still win. Who can not hit Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce and instead hit Sammy Watkins for 9 times, 10 receptions. And I think that that's going to be a really important part of the game because both defenses are going to be locked in on both of the best opposing players. And I think that that's a huge thing. And I don't think that should be disregarded at all.
Yeah. A conversation topic that has come up that we're going to give you our take on it is Tom Brady and his goatness, if you will. You know, the question is
goat status.
Yes, thank you, Miller. the question is, if Tom Brady does win his 7th Super Bowl on Sunday, is he the greatest of all time throughout all sports? We're not just talking football, all sports. And honestly, I think he is. Hate him, or, dislike him, love him or hate him. I think at the end, you got to respect Brady. Now, I'm not trying to kiss up to Brady, the Patriots or the Bucs. Everyone who knows me knows I'm a big Ravens fan, and they'll probably give me a hard time about Lamar Jackson. But I think you have to respect Tom Brady. I mean, he won 6 Super Bowls with the Patriots. He could win his 7th. But the most surprising is he went from the Patriots to the Bucs and in one season turned them around and they're in the Super Bowl. That's not an easy thing to do, switching teams. That just proves that it's really Brady over Belichick, and with us, Belichick is man behind the note. Brady, it's not easy going to another team and being able to replicate the same success.
Well, and I think that a major part to continue on that point that you're saying is that so many people are like, well, he went to that team. Look at the weapons he has and look at this and look at that. It's like so many people have gone to different teams and haven't succeeded in even close to the same manner. You look at Drew Brees. He's a great quarterback. He went from San Diego to New Orleans, both very good teams. As you see, Phillip Rivers took over for Drew Brees. He did very well in San Diego. But can you succeed on a different team, no matter the talent, no matter anything? Is really a true testament of who you are as a player.
Yes.
Because you need to build chemistry with all of your players. You need to build chemistry with your coaches. You need to understand the offense. And I think that that's a major part and a great testament to how amazing Brady is.
Yeah. I completely agree. You look at another example. You look at the Browns when they signed Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham. Everyone thought, oh my goodness, best wide receiving core out there. And the first season, they didn't gel. They didn't make the playoffs the first season they were together. And Browns have definitely had a 180, definitely got better this year, made the playoffs for the first time in a long time. But exactly what you said, it's about if you can continue your success, the level at which you play in when you switch to another team.
Yeah, and you demand that.
So we're talking about Brady. Let's go over to Kansas City and their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Is he already Hall of Fame status? Just his third, fourth year starting.
Yeah, I think he is. I see it. I see 3 years. I see 2 Super Bowls, 1 conference championship. I see his 1 conference championship being lost to the man he's playing this Sunday. I see him playing in the elite level. I don't care if you have Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. In his first couple of years, he didn't play with the same defense he has now. Now he has L'Jarius Sneed. He's got good corners. He got Rashad Breeland. He's got good players now on the defensive side. In his first couple of years, they struggled. And that shows because Alex Smith had the same players
Mhm.
before Alex Smith before injury, who was very good, if you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
remember. He couldn't get it done. He got to the conference championship, he got to the divisional round, he got to the wild card, and he could not get it done. And so I think what Patrick Mahomes has done with an MVP, with a Super Bowl MVP, 2 Super Bowl appearances, I think if you retire right now, based on your 3 seasons, you have to make the Hall of Fame. I think you do.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm more on the fence, but leaning towards Hall of Fame status. It's only because he is the youngest to win and all that, and he's absolutely playing at a stellar level. I just want to make sure everything's not all a fluke, and it definitely doesn't look like that. And how they're going to continue on. I think next year in the AFC, we'll see if they can continue this success. I think the Bills are up and coming, but I would say he's got to have another season of success. But he already has 1 Super Bowl in his second year, and most quarterbacks who played great, absolutely amazing. Like Dan Marino, amazing in the regular season. And he's never won a Super Bowl though. You look at that about wraps it up for this extended sports segment. This is longer than usual sports segment. Was because we got such a big game coming up in the Super Bowl. We're gonna close it off with final predictions and scores. So we had a conversation, all of them before, but now we gotta pick. So I'm saying Bucks in a close one, 34-32.
I'm saying 42-38.
And who you got?
I got the Bucks. I got the Bucks.
Bucks. All right, well, that about does it for sports. I'm Eric Ye, joined with
Miller.
Take care, everybody.
All right, have a good one.